You are about to listen to an exclusive interview on Maximum Threshold Radio. Thanks for listening to us at MaximumThreshold.net. Horns up, fists in the air.
There we go. Maximum Threshold, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, this is Mandy.
Hey, Mandy. What's going on?
Oh, wow, this really sounds like crap.
How about now? Is that better?
Yes, that's a lot better. What did you do?
Oh, I had music playing on the background there. Plus, I just found out my recorder wasn't even recording. I don't know how long it was going on like that.
Oh, my God.
So you're pulling a Mandy.
It's on now. It's working now.
You're missing that radio gold again. How you feeling?
Uh-oh, something happened again.
Let me shut some stuff down.
Hold on a minute. This is only...
Are you having difficult technicalities?
We haven't.
It's only his 320th show.
324.
Well, it takes a while to get good at it.
I don't know how many more you need to do.
Probably about at least 4.
Okay.
I'm thinking at this point.
So how you feeling?
Much better. Jesus. I mean, yeah, that was a bad one. I think it took about 5 years off of my lifespan.
Damn. Would you have tapeworms or something?
Honestly, I wish. That would have been less of an issue.
Damn. Did you lose a lot of weight and stuff like that from your cold?
Not really, because you just kind of lay there. You don't have anything else to do, so you just eat. It doesn't really help.
Dom has a tapeworm. He's looking awfully skinny.
Yeah, tapeworms. That's the best diet ever. Looking to lose
That or
weight.
crack.
Oh, well. Yeah, crack.
Tapeworm is the best diet ever.
It will, because it's cheap, but they will clean you out. But if you go to crack, though, then you'll lose your teeth. Tapeworms, you won't lose your teeth, so there's the benefits to it. We did a little research on that.
I'm just afraid to know how you even found this out.
Oh, yeah, you got to look at alternatives. I used to work for GNC, and I guess I was a spokesman for one of the leading movements in weight loss.
Bowel movement.
And after all the research I did, all these people coming to me asking how they can lose weight, what's the best thing to use, and tapeworms seem to always work with no matter who had problems. They always were able to lose a lot of weight.
So what they did was they asked you what you did and did the complete opposite.
You are correct.
But isn't there side effects as well? I mean, doesn't that mean that you have severe itchy ass? I think that's the.
Well, you can pull them out once
that's
they start.
The medical term, itchy ass, right?
Well, once they start creeping out through your hole, then you just pull them out. Then you're done.
Or you could just scoot across the carpet like a dog.
Oh my God! I mean, the problem with me is you tell me shit like that, and I see it in my head.
Well, that's what
we're
doing
too. Visual mind, so I'm scarred for life. Just imagining you scooting across your couch like that.
Then with a tapeworm dragging out behind you.
Thank
screaming.
God, I've never seen my dog is never dragged like that.
Ooh. Well, you know why they do that? Is because they have
their anal glands.
Yeah, their glands
expunged.
That's right.
Thank God he's never needed that.
You can lubricate with your fingers and stuff.
No.
Well, your dog probably needs a two finger queen.
What?
What with my dog?
No, with Michael. He's got
I got a Boston Terrier. He couldn't even take a pinky.
Well, your tongue then, okay?
Not for a tapeworm. That's disgusting.
Oh, tapeworm. I'm sorry.
Honestly, you guys, I mean, there is no other radio interview like this one. I swear to God.
We try to make it memorable.
Well, that it is, for sure.
Yeah, we try to make our interviews a lot different than, most shows. Because you can go to any other station and, Mandy, you can go on there, and they'll go over and they'll talk the same stuff, what was it like, back in the day, World War III, and, what was the best stuff that you put out, who was the best artist that you worked with. You can hear all those things, but nobody's going to talk about, anal glands and stuff like that, and tapeworm diets to start off an interview.
It's so true.
Yep.
It's so true. I think you guys are geniuses.
Thank you. We've been working on our skills.
Yes.
Oh man, I'm back in some kind of a hell.
So what's new and exciting since the last time we talked to you?
Well, We're finally getting ready to, put at least a snippet of the new stuff out. I think either Tuesday or Thursday. I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to the label guys about that yet. So that I'm pretty excited about, and just being able to walk upright again is pretty exciting after a while.
Yeah, I can believe it. Yeah.
Do you have any bed sores?
Do you have any what?
Bed sores from laying on the, being down and out?
No, because I rotate, kind of like like when you're cooking the chicken. You don't want to keep it.
Turn, don't burn.
You want yeah, exactly.
That's me.
I kept rotating, so no bed sores.
That's me. You got to turn, don't burn. You know they make a bed at the hospitals that has like a roller or something that makes you move.
They need it, yeah.
Yeah, like so you don't get bed sores and shit.
Are you serious? Do they put that thing up your ass too?
If you ask nicely.
Yeah.
If you ask nicely, I shall remember that.
I like when I have to go for an exam. I put the little cape or dress on backwards and leave it open.
And you always walk around dropping your keys.
Yeah. Hey, let's go. Let's get involved.
You always volunteer for colonoscopies all the time.
You were just here yesterday.
Could you massage my prostate? I'm a dentist.
Oh man, does that make? I mean, you're really preoccupied with the backside. Does that mean you're a little bit funny that way?
No,
because that's my dream actually. Most of my close friends know that my dream is actually to become gay at some point.
Wow.
It's only gay if you push back.
There must be a reason why they call them gays. They don't call them the unhappy. So I'm thinking,
right.
I'd probably be a lot happier if I could, swing over to that side. But
you got to get.
The problem is that I don't even like my own dick. So
you got to volunteer for one of those gay pride parades that they have, and just roll out there, with your Van Helsing getup, and I'm sure you could turn people over to the dark side.
Just where you're.
But see, the thing is, my problem is, like I said, I don't even like that. But I have another theory, and maybe you can help me. Maybe I am on the right track. Have you heard people say, "Well, Johnny, isn't he a little gay?" Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Does that mean you don't really want to suck a dick? You just want to poke somebody in the crotch with the tip of your finger once or twice a week? And
no,
that's when he likes to get hit.
You're just a little gay.
Just a little gay means like you like to swirl your tongue around the head of a penis, but not put it in your mouth.
And then you've heard people say, "Well, Jerry, isn't he really gay?" What does that mean? Does that mean one day you find yourself with one dick in your butt, one in your mouth, you're jerking off two more, and you're going, "Wow."
It sounds like you've been there.
Now, see, and here's what I'm thinking. If you can be a little gay up to real gay, if there's varying degrees, then really all I have to do is find somebody who I want to poke in the crotch with the tip of my finger once or twice a week. If I can find that, then maybe one day I can work my way up to become semi-gay or real gay even.
Look, once you got balls on your chin, you're gay. There's no little gay, and I'm not homophobic. Listen, I don't care. If you want to suck a dick, suck a dick. Homophobic. You want to suck one. It's just not going to be mine. No,
but you know what? You're just one of those judgmental people. It's like as soon as somebody has a dick in their ass, you call them gay, right?
Or if you get bruises on the back of your thighs from the nuts hitting the
I'm not judging. I'm just saying. I mean, I mean, I'm not the most masculine guy, but like you said, you don't even like your own penis. Like sometimes I'll be jerking off, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this all day long, and soon as one drop of my semen hits my hands, I'm disgusted with myself, and I'm like, I never want to touch my penis ever again.
I know. I mean, and besides, you never really agree with him. How many times in your life has your dick made you do something that you really regretted later on? And what does he do as soon as you're done with the evil deed? He goes to sleep, and you're stuck with the monster that he invited into your home.
That's right, especially when you start using it. When you start using it on an elevator to start pressing the buttons with it, and you look up and you notice there's a camera there. That really sucks.
I will never touch an elevator button again. in my life.
Just poke it with the tip of your finger.
And I use my knuckles. I never use my fingers.
I use my elbow. Yeah, definitely don't touch anything after David did. And
No kidding.
why will my dog only lick the peanut butter off my balls but not my shaft?
That's a good question.
You know that I always say love your pets, but don't love your pets.
I'm just kidding. No, it's funny because the girl I'm dating, I was eating a sandwich the other day, and I didn't feel like opening the jelly, so I just had peanut butter, and I went to give my dog a piece of it because he begs for everything. Mm-hmm. So I went to hand him a piece, and I was talking to her. I'm like, the picky little fucker won't eat, he's begging, but he won't eat it. She's like, well, maybe he's only used to licking peanut butter off your cock.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And it was so funny that she just said it matter-of-factly that I didn't know what to say, but I'm like, not off the shaft. That's disgusting. Just the balls.
Not off the shaft, just the balls. My God.
I'm kidding. I would never share
issues, my brother. Serious issues.
I would never share peanut butter with my dog. So the funny thing is, some of my friends are like, "You have an unhealthy relationship with that dog," and but I would
define unhealthy.
Well, because I really I always put pictures of me and my dog up on Facebook, and I send them to people. And
Are you dressed? Are you dressed when you
yeah.
with your dog?
Yeah, no, I really love my dog, in a non-sexual way. When I get home from work and he's happy to see me, no matter what, I could be gone all day, and he's just happy to see me, and
of course.
No matter what, I'm upset. He's like, I'll just come sit by you, and I'll fart in your face and make you feel better.
See, dogs can do that.
Because, see, I didn't know this.
Now, when he farts in your face, do you feel it move when that happens?
No, but, I didn't know this before I got my dog, that...
What, that it would move if
no,
you fart in your face?
No, that specific breed just farts nonstop. I didn't know that.
Okay, what breed are we talking about?
He's a Boston Terrier. So he's got the swish in it.
They do fart.
And he doesn't acknowledge it. I could be sitting there with my lady, and he'll come sit between us, the cock block, and all of a sudden it'll smell like a rotten corpse. Actually, what it smells like, someone took a shit and then a skunk came and sprayed it.
Damn. And you sure that's not your woman?
Yeah, it's her pedestrian.
I know what you're doing. You're going on the radio, you're blaming your dog, so the next time you can cut one sitting there with your girlfriend and not be accused of anything. You're creating an alibi as we speak. That's pretty smart.
No, well, she thought that until one day she was over and I wasn't there and he was doing it. But, the difference is his just, blow your nose up and disappear. Mine kind of hang around like that guy that doesn't leave the party, for an hour. It's like a fog. It raises to nose level, and it just hangs out for an hour and does the boomerang. It goes around the room and introduces itself to everybody and then comes back and does it again.
Dear God.
Yeah, so I did. I read that you're an animal lover. Are you? You're not involved with PETA or anything like that, are you?
No, because honestly, especially when you're looking at these, bigger organizations, all of a sudden it becomes about money, prestige, and and ego again. It's really not so much about the animals anymore. Most of the money that goes into PETA really does not end up with the animals. So I'm not a big fan of that. I figure if you are going to do something, do it 100% or don't do it at all. And especially if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think that they actually have Michael Vick now as a spokesperson, which that's like getting Hitler to speak out on human rights. It's insane.
Yes, and so are you are you a vegetarian?
No, I'm not. You're
just an animal lover. Right.
I know. Some people, would look at it and say, "Well, what's the difference?" I still think that there is a difference between, eating, between food and what Michael Vick does, which is torturing and killing animals as for a hobby. And watching them, and not only doing that, but when a dog wouldn't fight well enough, he'd lynch him and beat him with a baseball bat while he's having a couple of beers. I think that's a different mentality than a mother that cooks a chicken dinner for her family. And a lot of people would like to throw that all in the same pot, but I don't see it that way.
I agree, because I'm an animal lover, but
you could tell with all the peanut butter you go through.
Listen, I'll sit on the couch eating a steak next to my dog.
Yeah,
and I have to change the channel when they have all those sad commercials with the animals on.
Yeah,
that is the worst.
Oh,
it's like, how do they have so much money because those commercials are like 10 minutes long? It seems like. How do they have all that money? They should invest that money instead of commercials.
Every time I see those commercials, it always makes me want to order Chinese food.
Oh my God! Seriously?
No.
Twice eaten.
I get hungry.
Dude, you are going to smoke a turd in hell for saying that shit.
Well, listen, everything makes you hungry. Let's be honest.
I can't help it.
That tapeworm. You know what? He's got a tapeworm, but he's inside the tapeworm. He's eating the tapeworm as opposed to the other way around.
I'll show that bitch who's running.
My God. Seriously.
He's a good eater.
I'm going to have to ask my mother if she had a couple of other kids that she popped out before or after, because I feel really kind of warm towards you guys, almost like a family kind of.
Thank you. I feel the connection.
So were you able to get off the sick bed and hit NAM up, or?
Yes, I did. I wasn't 100% yet, but I had to go and at least spread the germs a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big fan of NAM, but this year I decided to go because we do have a single coming out, and want to let people know that we're about to do some damage. So I went, and actually it wasn't as bad this year as it usually is. Have you gone?
No, not yet. We're looking forward to it one of these days.
I'm telling you, man. It's like, imagine just this big giant place with 9,000 tables, everybody trying to sell you something, grocery store lighting, and it's just, I don't know. It's horrific. I mean, I would rather suck the rotten abortion out of a dead moose's uterus than having to go there every single year.
That's pretty damn good.
That's a visual.
I was picturing that.
Dom is actually Googling how to find a dead moose carcass.
He's
pregnant.
Googling a dead moose. And by moose, I don't mean chocolate mousse.
Would you do it with one of those silly straws?
Yes. If I don't ever have to go to NAM again, yes. Bring it.
I've always wanted to go there. I just, it's so far out, and it always comes at the wrong time of the year, like after Christmas. So it's really hard to save up to go to do something like that. But I think for us, since we're just in the middle of all the media thing and with the bands and all that, and a lot of the connections, stuff like that, it'd be more like a kid in a candy store with us, because we'd run into so many people that we talk to on the show who are related with us, and I think it'd be a really cool thing for us, but we're just waiting for one of these days when we actually can make our way out there.
I think as long as you bring sunglasses so you don't have to deal with the Ralph's lighting and lots of alcohol, you should be fine.
Oh, yeah, that's on the list.
Yeah. It's about as much fun as a root canal.
Damn, that's not that fun.
What's worse?
I heard there are some people that pay for that.
What's worse, the root canal or the colonoscopy?
Ooh.
No, I guess that depends on where you park it.
It's true.
See, I've only had I got the finger once from my doctor, but I haven't got the colonoscopy yet.
Now here's a tip. If somebody's doing that to you, if your doctor's doing that to you, and you feel both hands on your back, there's a problem.
I thought it was weird when I felt both hands and I heard. My doctor.
Yeah, he's using the wrong instrument at that point.
Was he saying this is going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me?
No, but he actually did say, "I'm sorry I didn't take you out to dinner first."
Yeah.
Because I asked him if I could get drunk before he gave me the finger.
Did he ask if he could just spit on his finger first?
You're asking me? I never had it done, thank God.
So, I'm going to just go back to your music again, just for a couple minutes, and we can get back thrown off track again.
Okay.
So, when does this all come out, where people can actually get a hold of your new stuff, new material?
Well, honestly, I think at this point it's only going to be a few weeks.
I got you.
We're just trying to decide if we're going to wait to actually do a video along with it, or if we're just going to put it up by itself and then do a video later on. But what we're going to do from that moment on is we're probably like every 12 weeks, or 16 weeks, we're gonna put out some new stuff.
Gotcha.
But it's gonna be, we're gonna do it in reverse. Before you would do like you do a full length CD, and then you would put out the singles off of the CD. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put out 10 singles and eventually combine it into one CD. And it's going to be a bit of a concept album in the end. So it's almost like, watching episodes of a story as it, develops.
Cool. So is there any plans to maybe tour?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's really the only reason why I'm doing this. I don't really like spending time in the studio, or, to me it's all about playing live. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they have 6 or 7 or maybe 8 shows booked when we're trying to basically just fill the year. But we couldn't do that until we knew when we're going to put the single out. But yeah, definitely. I mean, the rest of this year we're going to play anytime, anywhere for $39.95.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, and if they call within the next 10 minutes, we'll also bring a kitchen knife set.
Ooh, it slices, it dices. Is it
But
a
wait,
blade of
that's not
glory?
all.
The blade of glory.
I'm going to slice this tomato with this plastic credit card.
I like that. I wanna go
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, what?
It's not an infomercial. It's a commercial. It's this blade sharpener called Blades of Glory, and the guy cuts a tomato with a credit card.
That's awesome, because that's really what you want to do with a credit card, for sure.
Especially if it's not yours.
Yep.
Or it's maxed out.
Or if it's maxed out. If it's not yours, max it out. Then go cut it a tomato.
When your stuff comes out, man, you gotta shoot it over here so we can put it on our server and get it in our player and definitely feature it on our show here, because we get a lot of people listening to this weird show, and definitely if we tag it the right way, I definitely want to draw traffic to it so you could see the profits come on your end.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to be in your neighborhood soon, and then I'm just gonna move into one of your houses for however long we're going to stay.
So, that sounds good. Michael's got all
Doesn't
kinds of
that sound great? I could be the phantom of your house.
That's right.
The Phantom of the Oprah. I'm hiding the peanut butter.
Hide your dog, because you're going to have a lot of work going on.
Hide your daughters. Hide your wives. Hide your husband. They raping everybody.
So do you guys do live broadcasts from shows as well, or just from your studio?
Yeah, we take the show on the road.
Yeah,
and we did like 5 or 6 shows last year.
Yeah, we did Corrosion of Conformity and Valiant Thor together.
Sebastian Bach.
We did Sebastian. Oh, that's right, you did do Sebastian Bach. I was stuck with the gear.
There's a couple other shows we did too.
You did
Kill Devil Hill.
Kill Devil Hill.
Yeah, we broadcast live there. That's cool because we get the feed right from the board and everything. So you can actually, we have a video. You can watch the video of the concerts also.
The video's usually shitty.
Yeah, but the music comes out pretty good. So maybe when you come through here, we can do that. We do a live broadcast, and we could pump it up so you can get fans around the world. They could tune in and watch you perform.
And you can wear your leather duster and kill some vampires.
That's right.
And who's in the band right now?
Well, there's actually two lineups. I have a lineup with a bunch of fairly new guys that are fantastic players, and then I also have a lineup with a bunch of guys that most people would know. I'm sure you're familiar with Roy Z, which is a phenomenal guitar player. Played for, Halford. He played for Dickinson.
Great producer,
he's a tremendous producer.
Yep.
He's produced everybody from Iron Maiden to, Halford to you know who.
Yeah.
And we hooked up with a great drummer. I had no idea how damn good this guy is. Les Warner from the Cult.
Oh, okay.
The hard-hitting beast, just at the right kind of sexy groove. Most metal drummers are, even if they're heavy, they don't have that thing that I can't even really describe what that is. You just know it when you hear it. And he's just a phenomenal drummer. And then, of course, we got Jimmy Bain, which I still think is probably the best metal bass player alive or dead. I mean, he's just amazing.
He got to play with some big name people for his whole damn career.
Jimmy? Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, Jimmy was a rock star before any of us was an itch in our daddy's pants when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow, in my opinion, probably one of the greatest hard rock bands ever. I think Rainbow is up there with Deep Purple, is up there with Led Zeppelin, up there with Black Sabbath,
Okay,
Ritchie Blackmore, Ronnie James Dio, Cozy Powell, Don Airey. Doesn't get better than that.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of the other incarnations of Rainbow? Did you like them with Graham Bonnet and Joey Lynn Turner?
Graham Bonnet definitely, because I think Graham Bonnet's studio work is just ridiculous. The melodies he comes up with and the harmonies that he comes up with is awesome. He was a completely different animal than Dio. Dio is more of a animal, rock and roll animal. It's just, he does it in the studio like he does it live, where Graham Bonnet would craft these, elaborate melodies, which I thought was amazing. But it's really hard to reproduce live, of course. I would say the Graham Bonnet and the Dio stuff, that's my favorite Rainbow stuff. I think Joe Lynn Turner is an amazing vocalist. But, for my taste, I think he's a bit more of a generic rock singer than the other two guys before him. I think Graham Bonnet is really recognizable. And, of course, Dio is a complete, animal all of its own. I think that those are the kind of singers that I'm mostly drawn to. Not so much the great vocalists, let's say. I would prefer Bon Scott over Jeff Tate. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
it's all about the feel.
Bon Scott is just so unique,
Yeah, I agree.
But it's not to say that I don't like Jeff. I think Jeff Tate is an awesome singer. Ridiculous pipes, super talented. Just say personal preference would be more like Bon Scott.
What do you think, Laporte, the guy who took over Jeff's spot in Queensryche?
I haven't heard him. But if he took over Jeff's spot, I'm sure he can sing. I mean, there's no doubt.
Oh, man, he can hit the early Reich stuff, the Queen of the Reich and all that stuff. Man, he hits those notes. He's spot on with that stuff.
So speaking of him replacing Jeff Tate, was there any bands that you were offered like a slot like that? Not like Queensryche, but were there any bands that actually asked you to join?
Yes, there were. But, if I told you who that is, I would probably forever make myself look like an idiot in front of everybody, because people would think, why the fuck didn't you do it?
The Fix?
But see, to me, I think in a way it's a no-win situation, I should say, because there's only two ways you can approach a situation like that. Let's say you join Judas Priest.
Mm-hmm.
You can either do it with your own flair, with your own style, and when you do that, I guarantee you the fans aren't going to like it. Even if it's just as good as what happened before, but they're not going to like it because they don't hear it the way they're used to hearing it, right? So in the other direction you can go is you can try and sound like the original and reproduce the original sound. But when you do that, inevitably it becomes Rob Halford karaoke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, because that's really what you have to do. But it's just that's not for me. You know, I have to do my own thing. I always have. I can't step into somebody's shoes and become something other than what I do. And I just know if you're joining a bigger band, the fans are going to want to hear that sound. You know, and if it changes, look, you look at a band like Motley Crue. You know, they got another singer in, which you can't argue the simple fact that guy was a much better singer than Vince Neil.
Oh, I love that. I love Karabi.
Right. He's a much better singer. But the fans, in the end, didn't accept it because it didn't, you know what I mean? It sounded different.
Yeah, so what you're saying is when Menudo and El DeBarge came knocking, you didn't want to change your style for them.
The Bus Boys.
No, actually with Menudo, I was knocking, and they didn't want me.
Well, they kick you out when you're 18 or when you grow hair on your balls.
Yeah.
Well, that was me at 3 years. So that would have never worked, I guess.
So why didn't it work out with El DeBarge? You didn't want to get a Jerry curl?
Exactly. But yeah, it's a difficult situation. I feel for these guys because no matter what they do, they can do the best job possible. You know, I mean, I guarantee you right now, even though that guy, even if he blows Jeff Tate out of the water, the fans would prefer Jeff Tate being back in the band.
Well, it's like AC/DC. There's still people out there that are diehard Bon Scott fans after all these years with Brian Johnson. They're still,
of course, and that's still a different situation because I mean Bon Scott died. I think people are a lot more willing to accept a change like that if there is no alternative. And Brian Johnson really was the only guy at that time that could have taken that place, and I think he did an awesome job. You know, but yeah, I think probably most people don't want to see change. Once they know a band, once they fall in love with a band, they don't want some other guy to come in. They might accept it to a point, but there's always that thing like if I had my way, you know, I'd have the original guy back.
Well,
you know,
of course. Yeah, there are very few exceptions, but like you said, for the most part, like I mean, people think that Peter Cetera ruined Chicago when he took over the vocal duties, for example.
Well, I don't know enough about Chicago to make a statement on that, but if you say he did, then damn him.
Well, I said some people say that.
Are you one of them?
No, I like some of with all the different singers. I mean, granted, they did have some mushy gayness with Peter Cetera, but they had some mushy gayness with the other guys. So I don't even know how many other singers there were before Peter Cetera.
I didn't even know who the hell he was.
I know that Peter Cetera beat out some gentleman from Germany named Mandy Lion for the gig, though. But that's also because he knew. That's because he already was.
Yeah, I was up for all of them. Damn it!
Well, that's because he was already in the band playing bass, I believe.
I hear music again.
I'm playing some of your stuff in the background for people who are just tuning in. And for the people who are just tuning in right now, we have Mandy Lion on the phone. Right now, it's an exclusive. And if you missed the first portion of this interview, you missed a lot.
Yes, you missed how he became the inspiration for Barry Manilow.
That's right.
And how Mandy Moore's parents named their daughter, who was hot for a minute, after Mandy. Mm-hmm. And how Van Helsing beat him in arm wrestling and got to take his hat and his duster.
Nobody beats me at arm wrestling. What are you talking about?
I bet Booger from Revenge of the Nerds could beat you. He beat Ogre.
I don't even know what we're talking about now.
He beat Ogre.
Well, Sylvester Stallone had that movie about him.
Yeah, once he turns his hat backwards, it's on. I turn my hat backwards and I turn into someone else. All right. Hey, Mandy, we got a schedule to keep, but why don't you tell us one more time where we could find everything Mandy Lion related?
That's right.
Oh, we lost.
I didn't know he was gone.
Is that you, Mandy?
Well, okay, that was weird. I'm like, did I say anything to offend anybody?
No, we're still talking you up.
I thought you hung up because we were talking about how you lost out to Peter Cetera.
No, I was thinking about hanging up when you told people about my Barry Manilow days, because that was before my sex change, and I didn't want anybody to know. But of course, you put it out there, so.
Well, actually, you put it out there. Did you?
Well, once, like I said, you see, you're so judgmental. I mean, somebody, takes it up the butt one time, and then, of course, immediately you're a homo.
Listen,
it was one time.
For enough,
maybe 3 times, but that's it.
For enough money, you're going to have to pay me to stop sucking that cock.
For enough money, I'll tattoo his name on my dick, first, middle, and last.
I think that may be the topic that Blabbermouth is going to run with right there. The last sentence.
Yeah. This is so what I said was we had to get rolling because we got a schedule, but we wanted to make sure that everybody could find everything Mandy Lion related: tour dates, music, sex change suggestions,
right? Your Facebook page.
your uploaded YouTube video of you doing the Silence of the Lambs wiener dance.
I have no idea what you just said. It kept going in and out.
We want to know where we can find all the information about you, your tour dates, where we can find your music, buy your merchandise. If you can't do anything else, just go on Google, type in my name, and then shit pops up. But if you want to write this down, or if you have a good memory, of course we have a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Mandy Lion Rock. We still have a MySpace, which is myspace.com/Mandy Lion Rock. And we have the official page, which is MandyLionOnline.com. We have a Reverb Nation. I think we have a FooBar thingy. So we're going to put everything up everywhere. So if you stumble across anything, you should be able to get the information. But pretty sure that at some point this year we're going to be somewhere close by where you're going to be able to come out and see us. Awesome.
And
I'll bring the
I'm looking forward to it because I haven't been extensively touring for a while, and I miss it. Can't wait to get back out there and meet everybody.
Yeah, I'll bring the peanut butter.
Bring the peanut butter. I bring the tongue.
And I'll bring the tapeworms. We can have a big party.
And that don't make us gay, does it?
No, not tapeworms. As long as nobody's pulling it out like dental floss.
It's only gay if you push back.
That's right.
I'm going to do things to you other people wouldn't do to a farm animal, brother.
Thank you.
In a very non-gay way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
That means you're going to let me live. Most farm animals die. Thank you.
Okay, Mandy. Hey, on that note, we're going to get going, but I definitely thank you very much for being on the show tonight and definitely, having fun with us. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, and
thank you so much. And, honestly, your show is one of my favorites, so thank you for having me again. I love it.
We'll have to have you, when you do get a tour going, you'll have to send us a message or a call so we can put the link up with some tour dates for you.
Yeah, we'll pimp the hell
Thank
out
you.
of it.
Thank you. I'll keep you informed for sure.
Sounds good. Okay, Mandy, have yourself a good one. And once again, thanks again for being on our show tonight.
Thanks, Mandy.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Bye.
I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Take care.
He's definitely one of my favorite guys to interview.
I agree
fun.
with you. And here you go, man. Here's some Mandy Lion for you. We'll be back after this. Thanks again, Mandy, for being on the show.
Horns up, fist in your peanut butter.
That's right.
You have just listened to an exclusive interview on Maximum Threshold Radio. Thanks for listening, and please visit us at MaximumThreshold.net.